Hello and welcome to Teach to Learn, the channel in which I teach concepts so you can learn them and I can better understand them. Right now we're going to be learning how to use the spread operator to evaluate arrays in place in JavaScript. So let's dive right in. ES6 introduces the spread operator, which allows us to expand arrays and other expressions in places where multiple parameters or elements are expected. The ES5 code below uses the apply method to compute the maximum value in an array. So we have a variable ARR, which is an array that has been declared with the var keyword and assigned an array with number values 6, 89, 3, and 45. Then we have variable maximus declared with the var keyword and assigned the Math.max function with the apply method, which has been passed arguments of null and an array. Maximus, in this case, would have a value of 89. We had to use, they say, the Math.max apply with null and an array passed into it because Math.max with an array passed into it would return not a number. Let's see that in action right now. So let's do Math.max with the array that they have right here. So copy and paste that into our function and log it into the console. So console log Math.max with that specific array that they used would return not a number because the Math.max function expects you to input into it individual number values separated by a comma. In this case, we simply passed into it an array with number values inside. Since it is an array, it'll return not a number. And then they say right here, Math.max expects comma separated arguments, but not an array, so individual number values. The spread operator makes the syntax much better to read and maintain. So before we move into this code right here, I'm going to further explain what the apply method is doing in this instance. So let's type in our apply method. And we need to specify to it which object it is referring to. Since it is not referring to any object specifically and is simply working with the values in our array, we set our first argument for the apply method to null, meaning it is not referring to anything at the moment. Then what our apply method does is it deconstructs our array passed into it and separates each number value from the array, meaning that each number value is passed individually into our apply method as a single number value. So instead of simply working with an array, our Math.max function with the apply method being used will work with number values 6, 89, 3, and 45. And since it is looking for our maximum value and assigning it to our maximus variable in the example provided, it will take out the value of 89 and assign it to our maximus variable. As you can see in the console, we get our value of 89, which is the highest number passed into our Math.max function after being deconstructed with the apply method, referring only to the array that we are using in this case right here with our four numbers. Highest number is 89, so we got that out of the way. Then they say the spread operator makes the syntax provided in the example much better to read and maintain. So in the second example, we have our variable array declared with the const keyword and assigned the same exact array as example number 1. Then we have our variable maximus declared with the const keyword and assigned the Math.max function, but this time using the spread operator with the name of our argument that will be passed onto it, which is our array. So maximus in this case would also have a value of 89. This syntax right here with the name of our array, so the three dots and our array, returns an unpacked array. In other words, it spreads the array. So it does exactly what our apply method did in the previous example. However, the spread operator only works in place, like in an argument to a function or in an array literal. The following code will not work. So this code right here will not work. So they have variable spreaded declared with the const keyword and assigned an array with the spread syntax, with the spread operator. So now we move on to our challenge, and we are tasked with copying all the contents of array 1 into another array, which is array 2, right here, using the spread operator. So if we wanted to have the contents of this array in array number 2, we would simply use the spread operator, so 3 dots or ellipsis right here, and type in the name of the array we wish to copy. So as you can see right here, since array number 2 has been logged into the console beforehand, we get the same exact contents of array number 1. So if we wanted to add, what if we wanted to add more contents into array number 2, but preserve the contents of array number 1? We can do that. So let's add, for example, 3 number values. So 1, 2, and 3. Within our array, we get number values 1, 2, and 3, plus the contents of array number 1, since we used the spread operator to add it as a value in, or a set of values in our second array. So let's run the tests and see if we are correct. Let's delete the values that we've added. Sorry about that. And this challenge is now done. Thank you so much for watching, and if this video helped you out, please remember to leave a like and subscribe. This has been your bearded coding friend, teachToLearn, now signing off. Have an amazing day.